Have you ever been invited to go bowling, but you were just too scared to join in? Well, fear not. My old friend Matthew Iannone joins me to watch Let's Go Bowling on Riffin with Doggans. The Bowling Proprietors Association of America, providing options when the roller rinks close for 50 years.
Let's go bowling, the 3 words no kid wants to hear on their weekend with dad. Ned, Day, and Marion Ladowig? Those are the best bowlers you could get for this? Where's the star power like Dick Weber?
Maybe this will be good. The film already has an Oscar.
Yeah, I'm not really Brad, just kind of Brad-ish.
That's the way they all became the Bradish bunch. Dedicated to the brave soldiers fighting in the cosmic lanes.
Cleanliness, sure. Can I have my shoes that have been worn by 5 other people today already?
Man, these Star Wars crawls have gotten boring.
Alright, where the hell's the bourbon? It's Ward and June Cleaver before the kids.
I'm here to understudy a production of Bombshell.
Maybe you've never been in a bowling establishment before.
You dork.
Or perhaps you have, and it wasn't this kind of place.
Or maybe it's your first time out of the house.
Kind that millions of discriminating bowlers...
It was the 50s. There was a lot of discrimination.
In the approved places, where bowling is best, you'll always find a healthful, wholesome, family environment.
Where everyone's drunk.
Maybe you're afraid to try to learn to bowl.
A bowling ball killed my family.
Actually, every person has the makings of a good bowler. Anybody can master the fundamentals of the game and, with consistent practice, become competent at it.
Work hard and you too can be adequate.
Just look at the amazing variety among bowlers. Every size, age, kind, breed, and class from all walks of life.
Yeah, such diversity on display here.
20 million men, women, and children in America are regular bowlers.
Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle is acting sneaky.
Most popular participating sport. Bowling is a healthful recreation.
Look, I'm being sent to Korea.
The whole family can take part in and enjoy together all year round.
Just don't get into candlepin bowling like those heathens in New England.
If so many millions of folks of every possible description can and do bowl and get so much fun out of it,
how boring must the rest of their lives be?
You can learn to bowl and enjoy it too.
Everyone's doing it. Bowl, you sheep.
All right, the divorce is finalized. See ya, suckers.
First thing you have to do is change to bowling shoes.
You mean I can't wear heels?
No.
Tap shoes?
No.
Baseball cleats?
Why do you have all those?
Hey, Peg, let's get a move on. They won't hold that lane for us forever.
Oh, why don't you 3 go ahead and bowl without me? I'll have more fun just watching.
Ah, one of those couple of couples.
Bowling's a snap, Peg. You'll see. It's fun. Come on, let's live it up a little.
Nothing to it. We'll teach you all you have to know in 2 minutes flat. Once we get out there, that is.
If you know what I mean. Wait, what do I mean?
Peg, let's give it a whirl.
Succumb to peer pressure. You're my wife. You're not allowed to have your own desires.
We'll have both of you bowling like champions in no time at all.
Lives there a bowler of any degree who doesn't fancy himself an expert?
Who does he think he is? Don Carter?
Okay, Iannone, we're all very impressed with your ability to Google famous bowlers from the 50s.
How dare you, sir? I have a rich tapestry of knowledge of famous bowlers from before my parents were born. Steve, you just have to change your shoes, not the rest of your clothes.
Every member of the Bowling Proprietors Association provides a complete assortment of top-quality bowling balls for your use.
No, here is
If you
the
bowl
church and
regularly,
here is the
it's
steeple.
advisable and more convenient to own your personal ball and shoes. See the desk man if you wish to buy them.
Desk man, the man with the powers of a desk.
And accurately.
How do I explain this to a woman? Pretend it's like a pot roast? What's your frame of reference for things?
The main idea is to knock down all 10 pins with one roll of your ball. Do that, and you've got a strike.
And if you fail, you can just blame it on the rental shoes.
All right, noobs, watch how a real pro does this. Oh, I meant to only hit some of them.
Oh, too bad. We know, not warmed up yet.
We've heard all your excuses, Carl.
First roll doesn't get all the pins. You bowl the same ball again to complete your turn. If all pins are down after the second roll, you've scored a spare. Otherwise, your turn is scored as an error.
My whole life is an error.
It's turn to take a crack at all 10 pins.
Okay, just picture Janet from accounting.
These two regulars could use some instruction instead of trying to give it. If they could bowl like they can alibi,
Where were they on the night of the murder?
as they'd be.
Clearly, these two bowl to distract from the deeper problems at home.
A gutter ball? I knew I should have married his brother.
All right, Peg, your turn for the humiliation ritual. That's cheating. It's 3 people rolling one ball.
All right, here I go. Oh, I dislocated both shoulders and broke a rib somehow.
A gutter ball? I knew I should have married her brother.
There must be an easier way to learn to bowl.
Hey, want to buy a watch?
The first time you go bowling, tell the desk man. Right
That's
off the
clearly
bat
a
that you've
woman at the
never
desk.
Bowled before. If you're in a place that belongs to the Bowling Proprietors Association, he'll see to it that you get some expert coaching.
And expert pronunciation.
It doesn't have to be like this. This is learning to bowl the hard way.
That's it. This polycule is over.
And you develop bad bowling habits in the process.
Before you know it, you'll be bowling cigarettes and bowling while driving. I'll do better once I'm 4 beers in.
What an alibi artist.
Okay, this guy just learned the word alibi.
A sad, sad song indeed. Enough's enough. What say we knock it off? And
We've been ruptured due to our terrible bowling skills.
let's just imagine that our little party is joined by 2 of the ablest bowlers.
Ablest bowlers, more discrimination.
Ned Day and Marion Lataway.
And they'll be doing a stage reading of My Dinner with Andre.
Have personal coaching from famous professionals to learn to bowl or improve your game. Your nearest Bowling Proprietors Association member can provide you with good bowling instruction. But let's see how Marion Latawig and Ned Day go about it.
Because we blew the budget on them, so we gotta get our money's worth.
When you take your ball from the return rack, put your palms on the exposed sides and lift up. Any other way, you risk getting your fingers painfully pinched.
I only like getting pleasantly pinched.
The first principle of good bowling is a confident, comfortable grip in a well-fitting ball. Most bowlers use the popular 3-finger grip. Thumb and 2 middle fingers in the ball, with the other fingers comfortably spread, not bent nor curled under. In a well-fitting ball, the holes permit free and easy thumb and finger movement.
He's just talking about fingering holes in
With the
balls. I got
thumb
nothing.
against the
Yeah, me neither.
The middle joints of the fingers should be over the inner edges of the finger holes. The key to good bowling is timing
Dying's easy, bowling's hard.
of footwork and arm swing in the approach and delivery. Timing can make or break a bowler. Smooth, rhythmic footwork is fundamental.
That's why our finest bowler was Fred Astaire.
Let's take the basic 4-step approach. Just the footwork. Right-handed bowlers step off with the right foot. Left-handers with the left foot. Right, left, right, and slide on the left. Okay, let's take it again.
No, I think we got it the first time. We're good.
Leisurely, normal walking pace. 1, 2, 3, slide.
I don't get these TikTok dances.
Don't be afraid to get down close to the floor in that slide.
Dig your way underground if you have to.
Being comfortable and relaxed are essential to good bowling.
So wear fuzzy slippers and take some edibles.
Make the approach with an easy, unhurried, rhythmic walk.
Oh crap, you just took out the key grip.
Yay, I scored a touchdown.
Speed is not necessary. Hey, take it easy, boy.
Get back to that corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Remember? Don't charge in your approach. Just use a nice, normal walking pace.
Yeah, bite me, Ned, you pipsqueak.
Your slide must always end short of the foul line. If you step on the foul line or over it, you're penalized.
And the penalty is having your hand stuffed in the ball return like Woody Harrelson.
A few practice approaches will show you where to start from. It depends on the length of steps you take.
And Sting will be watching every one.
Your stance must be relaxed and feel natural for you. But be precise, too. Comfortable, but not casual.
Pleasant, but
A correct
unpleasant.
stance is essential to good coordination in your approach. When you take your stance, check yourself on these points.
Before you wreck yourself.
Body almost erect.
Good night,
Lean
everybody.
Forward. Shoulders and hips square with your line of approach. Eyes fixed on your target. Knees bent slightly, with your weight equally distributed on both feet, which are comfortably set no more than a few inches apart.
A few inches? That's barely a few
Toes pointing at your
millimeters.
target, starting foot slightly behind the other. Hold the ball directly in front of you, anywhere between belt high and shoulder high, at a comfortable distance from your body.
I'm imagining this is my husband's severed head.
By your non-bowling hand. That's got it, gal. A mighty lovely stance.
You're very almost erect.
The push-away starts the arm swing. Whatever height you hold the ball, push straight out. Whoop, not like that. Never upward.
Shut up and stop interrupting my attempted murder.
Push it straight out away from you. Straight out to full arm's length. Let the ball's own weight start it downward and swing it like an easy-going pendulum.
First draft Edgar Allan
There's
Poe.
no need to strong-arm the ball. Its momentum carries it to the top of the backswing. Its weight sends it through the forward swing.
Really, the ball has all the talent. You barely even need to be here.
After your push away, let your ball do the work. Good bowling does not depend on physical strength.
I mean, just look at Ned here.
Now, let's coordinate the timing of arm swing and footwork.
Let's coordinate. Everybody get out your
Push away
planners.
is the trigger of the approach. Push away and takeoff start simultaneously.
Just do everything at once.
This
Don't focus
is the
on one
key.
thing at a time.
To good timing. Watch it in slow motion now.
Must we?
Ball and foot start together. The ball moves through to the top of the backswing. At the
Yep,
end,
that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this
so
situation.
The forward swing and slide begin simultaneously. The end of the slide and the release occur together. This is the explosion point.
Directed by Michael
that gives
Bay.
authority to a good bowler's delivery. Let's take the slide and release again.
Help, I'm stuck in a Mobius strip.
The forward swing and slide start together. As the foot stops and the hand starts the upswing, the thumb and then the fingers slip out of the ball.
Who knew bowling was mostly about watching the same exact thing over and over?
Watch that again.
And then 50 more times.
Is not thrown. The hand simply lets it slide away as the arm swings up. Look at that follow-through.
Leer at it.
The development of a good follow-through is neglected by far too many bowlers.
Please think of the poor
Yet the
neglected
effective value
follow-through.
of an excellent approach can be canceled by a poor follow-through.
Poor follow-through digs up the approach's racist tweets.
Through, let your arm swing up until it's reaching for the target.
Oh, my husband never holds my hand like this anymore.
Is reaching for the target when your follow-through ends. Here's the follow-through again.
Oh my God, we've seen it. Move on.
Reaching for the target. Eyes aiming steadily. All helping to direct the ball. Now let's take a close look at our target.
The usual suspects.
10 big fat pins just asking for it.
Oh, victim blame
These
much?
pins designate the pin spots. Ordinarily, the spot number does not appear on the pin.
But we did it here to help you idiots out.
For right-handed bowlers, the strike target is the 1-3 pocket. The bowler's primary aim is to fit the ball neatly into the strike pocket.
I thought pockets were for pool. What indoor sport are we playing here?
The straight ball and the hook ball are the two types most commonly bowled.
So the opposite of straight is hook?
Well, this was 2 years after Disney's Peter Pan.
Until a bit more experience and control are acquired. It's held with the thumb on top, aiming at the target, and released with no twist.
No
or
twist?
lift.
Poor Shyamalan.
The straight ball is bowled from almost the corner of the lane.
She's sponsored by British Petroleum and Alcoholics Anonymous?
This is the straight ball path.
Stay on the straight ball path if you don't want to end up in prison like your
Closer
uncle.
to mid-lane, travels almost straight until it nears the pins, then hooks into the target. After you master the straight ball, you can develop your hook ball. Most experts prefer it.
9 out of 10 dentists
The
agree.
ball is bowled with the V formed by the thumb and forefinger, in line with the right shoulder, and aiming at the target. This hand position helps put a natural English on the ball. When
Well, it's about time we knocked down those pins over there, hey, Governor?
Let's watch the hook ball release in slow motion.
What, you got something better to do with your time?
The lifting action of the upswinging fingertips leaving the side of the ball imparts the English. Or hook action.
Why can't the English teach their bowlers how to hook?
Enters the pocket from a wider angle, causing less ball deflection and more mixing action in the pins.
It looks like
That's why the
Francis
experts
from
prefer
Pee-wee's
it.
Big Adventure.
There are two popular aiming methods. Pin bowling
And pin
and
trading,
spot
which the
bowling.
Disney adults have opinions about.
In pin bowling, you keep your eye fixed on the pins and aim directly at them.
Oh, you aim at the things you want to
Bowling
hit.
is best for beginners. It's natural to look and aim at the object one's trying to hit.
It's natural. Everybody thinks about it sometimes.
Spot
The black
bowling
spot, he's
presumes
marked
that
for
a closer
death.
target is easier to hit. We'll use this one to demonstrate. Spot bowling also assumes you've mastered a uniform approach. Your footwork has to start and stop at the same point each time.
Hey, he's over the line.
You
He's
pick a
over the
spot where
line.
you
That's a
know
penalty,
if you bowl
ref.
exactly over it, you'll hit the pins you're after. To spot bowl a strike ball, most bowlers use this built-in spot right here.
Not to be confused with Cool Spot, the video game about the
Time to
7-Up
bowl, you
logo.
fix your eyes on the spot, not the pins, and aim to bowl over it.
Oh god, we pins can feel pain, no!
The exact location of the spot varies with the bowler. With practice and experience, you simply pick out a spot that works best for you.
My spot's in the gutter.
Whether you pin bowl or spot bowl, use a straight ball or hook ball, the main thing is to fit that ball neatly into the strike pocket.
Can we get this over with? We got a golf lesson with Lee Trevino. Here we go, the triumphant conclusion of Peg's character arc as someone who doesn't feel embarrassed to bowl.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Of course, every bowler, even a star, faces a lot of spares. Consistent spare shooting is what builds a bowler's average. Making or missing a spare or two can win or lose a match.
Oh, spare me the lecture.
Concentrate as hard on a spare as you do on a strike. Harder, maybe. The stars have a motto. Make sure you get your spares. The strikes will take care of themselves.
It's no where's the beef as mottos
Spares are
go.
shot from 3 basic angles. One is the 5-pin angle. It's bowled from almost center lane, just about like a strike. Use this 5-pin angle for all middle alley spares. Then there's the
A ripple in
7-pin
space-time.
angle, bowled from the right corner of the lane, cross alley to the left. The 7-pin angle is used on all left-of-lane spares. And there's
Stop
the 10-pin
shifting
angle.
realities.
From the left corner, cross alley to the right. This 10-pin angle is for all right-side spares.
Oh no, they're crossing the streams.
cross-alley idea is fundamental. Shoot all off-center spares from the opposite corner of the lane. Hold it a moment there.
First, give me a
This
kiss.
is a right-side spare, so you start from left of center. Angle your body to face the spare, shoulders square with it. Walk straight toward it, bowl cross alley, and follow through on the same line. That's the way to do it.
Great, he gets one spare. We'll never hear the end of it.
A left side spare this time. Start from the opposite corner, facing the spare cross alley, shoulders square with it. Walk directly at it and follow through on the same angle.
And then get out of the camera's way quickly.
Going. And here's a middle alley spare. She bowls it almost center lane.
Are those
from
Dave
above her
Matthews
normal
lyrics?
Strike shooting position. Bowling is easy when you apply a few simple fundamentals that anybody can master.
It's so easy, it's ridiculous that we even have pros here as so-called experts.
Further improvement comes only with consistent practice on a regular schedule. Nothing can take the place of practice for increasing your bowling skill.
Just skip work and family outings and go bowling, damn it.
The once-a-week league bowler should get at least twice a week practice between league sessions if he wants to up his average.
Or you can just hang out by the arcade machines and the snack bar.
So when does one of them sneak off for their date with Wilma Flintstone? The end. Ah, damn it.
Huh, must be cold in that alley.
2.5 million of America's bowlers are small pin enthusiasts.
Kiss my enthusiast.
Pin bowling is the most popular of the small ball, small pin varieties of the game.
You can tell by the one guy playing it.
Fundamentals are the same.
My hand is giant.
In the small ball games, you use the same basic approach. Of course, the small ball requires a different grip and release.
Small ball is a major plot point in the Small Lebowski.
Someday they'll let me join a grown-up game.
Ball is held the same natural way you pick it up off the rack. You grip it with the fingers and thumb. It does not rest in the palm of the hand. It is held equally balanced in both
He's,
hands.
really fondling that ball, huh?
Motion now. Watch the release of the ball. It rolls off the fingertips with no twist of the wrist. Here's the release again.
Still less repetitive than a Republic cereal.
Straight off the fingertips. The back of the hand parallel with the floor.
Just take those old records off the shelf.
In duck pins,
Duck
the beginner
pins,
should
woohoo.
bowl a straight ball. Cross alley to the strike pocket. Many duck pin experts bowl a break ball. It's rolled down the middle of the lane. The break ball's effective, but it's not for beginners. Too tricky. Be sure you're proficient with the cross alley straight ball before you try to bowl the break ball.
How is the duck pin strategy more complicated than the real bowling strategy?
When you've mastered the fundamentals, increasing your duck pin average is strictly a matter of regular, frequent practice and more practice.
Someone should tell this guy because he sucks.
To get the most possible enjoyment out of your bowling, by all means join a team and bowl in a league.
Call your team the Pin Pals.
Man, for information about this. Nothing can top the excitement and satisfaction of being a regular, competing in team play.
Adding another social obligation to the
There are
calendar.
certain points of etiquette you should observe. Simple courtesies of the game toward your fellow bowlers. Arrive early and be prepared to start on time. And throughout the game, be ready to bowl.
Oh, I gotta
Whenever it's
bowl
your
if I
turn.
join a bowling league? I'm out.
Never interfere in any way with another bowler, especially the one on the lane to your right. If he's taken his stance, don't do anything that might distract him. Let him bowl before you proceed.
And yes, all the other bowlers are male except you.
When you get a bad break, don't lose
Mildy!
the game for others, and your own bowling suffers.
Suppress your emotions. It's the 50s.
After you've bowled, quickly get back out of the way. And be sure you stay on your own approach path.
You don't want to start an approach path turf war.
Everyone can enjoy the rich satisfactions that bowling offers. It's a friendly, family sport that anybody can fit into.
Even losers like you.
Daytime, nighttime, year-round participating sport that offers more steady, wholesome recreation to more people than any other.
So bowl until we invent drugs.
Regular bowlers confirm this. Bowling gives you all the benefits of consistent, healthful exercise without strain, so you can enjoy it all the years of your life.
Never stop bowling. You'll die here. Look out! The ball and crosspins, flag of the dreaded Blacklight Beard.
Finest possible bowling environment. Sure, we just might even put in a non-smoking section one of these days.
And so the gods punished Atlas by making him carry a huge bowling ball on his back. Well, that was Let's Go Bowling, and man, I wish every hobby had a celebrity in the field on hand to train you your first time. Where the hell were Mike, Joel, Jonah, or Emily when I started this series? I would like to thank my dear old friend Matthew Iannone for bringing the short to my attention and joining me to riff it. I'm glad there's no hard feelings after I told sports to go back to Sportlandia. I would also like to thank my patrons for their financial support. If you support me on Patreon, you not only could get access to countless bonus features, but you could join me in a future Patreon livestream where I write jokes for future riffs. Even a $1 pledge gets you livestream access. Also, if you haven't been back to the main Doggans channel in a while, you might want to see what's going on there. It's something that's been a long time coming. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go bowling, I guess. And until next time, this is Dave, signing off.